what's up? This is Hiran from Battlecross, and you're watching 3 Dot Mag.
Rise of Power came out, man. It sounds really good. Y'all pretty proud about that album?
Yeah, man, we're extremely excited about it. You know, just came out a couple weeks ago, and I honestly feel like this is our best album to date. Everything that just went into it, and just from the songwriting to going in the studio, everything felt very natural and organic. And we're very proud of this record, man. I think it's just another evolution of who we are as a band, and I think we got better as musicians and songwriters, and the way everything just came together was just killer, man. I think this album probably has the most dynamic compared to the other albums, and you know, I love that. I love that we sort of just took all our influences even more and just sort of threw it in, not threw it in, but, you know, sort of organized chaos in a way and just sort of made these songs the way they are. And to me, there's just such a range of different metal styles in it, and I love it, man. I'm just very proud of this record.
Yeah, well, how was the production any different than your last one?
We went to the same studio, but, you know, we approached, you know, guitar-wise and drum-wise, I think we just, you know, the studio also got better at what they were doing, and we were, you know, they were already great at what they do, but, you know, each album is a new experience, and they approach each band differently. And working at Audio Hammer with Mark Lewis, and this time we worked one-on-one with Jason Sukoff, and that was the first time we did that. So that was, you know, I think he's had a lot of experience with different bands too, and it was just awesome working one-on-one with him, because I think he really brought out just what we were looking for. He just has a good mindset of what bands need and what certain bands want to sort of achieve, and I think he has a good vision for that, and he helps sort of guide us to get to that vision. And you know, as far as, you know, I think also this time around the songs are sort of more planned out and more thoroughly sort of put together. War of Will was sort of, I wouldn't say rushed that record, but it was, you know, we kind of went in the studio really quick because we had songs sort of written, and then we went and did a tour, and then immediately after the tour we went right into the studio, and we were trying to sort of get a lot of things done, and this time we sort of had more time to sort of stew on the songs and work on them. But even so, at the same time, you know, what we had written, we had maybe 2 months, 3 months, and we sort of went in with these demos that we were happy with, but we knew could be better, and then that's where we sort of honed in on the songs and trimmed the fat, so to speak. But you know, I think overall the difference was that we just were better musicians. We were more seasoned from being on the road and being in the studio before, and you know, I think also working with Jason Sukoff, you know, this time, and also Mark mixed and mastered it as well. So he mixed the last record, but he didn't master it. So, you know, all that experience just from both of them and from us sort of came together on this record, and just overall I think it was just a way more mature record.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your new drummer you got. He hasn't been with you too long.
Yeah, he's been with us for about a year now, and his name's Alex, and we picked him up last summer, and yeah, he's been great, man. He's just a great addition to the band, and he, you know, right around the time that we were looking for someone who was just sort of like a perfect, it just sort of worked out perfectly that he was looking to join a band, and we were looking for a drummer, and he sent a couple videos that he'd put together, and they were awesome. And we're like, dude, come on the road with us, let's jam, let's see how things go. And it was just a great fit, man. He was very chill and very just excited to be here, and we were excited to have him. And he's had a lot of experience touring in his previous bands. He's played with a band called Archaic from California. He's from California, so played with them. And he recently, he knows Eric Peterson from Testament. He recently jammed with them at Heavy Montreal. So he's obviously well seasoned and knows how to, you know, work with a guitar player and writing drum parts. So working with him on this record was great because he's had that experience working with guitar players and writing drums and things like that. And although when we write, you know, sometimes we'll put demo drums over it and say, you know, this is the idea we're going for, but we definitely gave a lot of freedom to say, hey man, like, throw in your style, throw in your parts, and, you know, throw your flavor. But certain things it was like, hey, try to maybe keep it more, you know. So it was all collaboration, you know. It wasn't anybody saying you gotta play this way, you know what I mean? So we're all very much open to writing together and not so much one guy having say in that. So great fit, and it just, you know, it was awesome, man. It was really, this record was sort of the first time we got to write together as a full band. So
Well, what do you get out of it? I mean, performing. What does it do to you, for you?
Honestly, my favorite part is always the live shows, man. I live for the stage. I love it. I love getting up there and just basically pouring my heart and soul out into the music that I write with these guys, and I love it. I love being on stage. I love, because it's funny. We go up there and when, we technically, I don't know. I feel like we don't necessarily look metal. We sort of look like average dudes because we've heard this before. I've seen you guys get up there, and one time someone said, I thought you guys were like roadies setting up this gear, and then all of a sudden you guys get up there and fucking kill it. And I love that. I love that we can sort of turn heads in that way and like expect this guy to fucking rock out that way, and it's, we're not the most, amazing technically advanced musicians. I mean, definitely we play with some great musicians like Don and Alex, and I don't hold myself as this great guitar player, but I mean, I think we're good musicians and seasoned musicians, and we just, number one, I think what grabs people is the energy that we put up there. We're not going up there trying to put on a front or anything. We just go up there and be ourselves, and I think that's what people sort of connect to, and that's what I love about playing music is like, it doesn't really doesn't matter what you look like, and I think is what people really sort of connect with, as long as you're honest in your music and who you are when you're up there, no matter what it is. If you want to wear a costume, if you don't want to wear a costume, whatever it may be, as long as you're being honest with yourself and to the fans and to the music that you're doing, then that's what's real to people, and that's what makes it like that awesome connection that you feel with the crowd. It's just like you're fucking getting into it, and then people are like feeding, like, yeah, that's fucking sick, like feeding off of that. And that's what I love, man. I love more than anything is just being up there and having a good time and seeing other people have a good time. So definitely live shows.
Well, getting ready to go to Knockfest here not too long ago, not months now, but now that you're headlining some tours and not just being an opening band, how's that feel?
It's cool, man. It's cool to see sort of the growth that we've had. From when we started touring in 2011, we were doing these very small tours, and we're thankful for the tours that we got and the opportunities when we opened, and we were like the first band out of sometimes 5. Then it was out of first band out of 4, and then we're sort of starting to move up. We're getting opportunity. I think our big break to me was doing the Trespass America tour back in 2012. We went out with Five Finger Death Punch and Trivium and Killswitch Engage, and that was such a big deal for us. We were doing these arena tours, and we're this new band, that basically got a lot of airplay from Sirius XM, and Jose, thank you for that. But he, definitely pumped us up, and that really pushed us to a bigger audience. And doing that tour opened doors to do In Flames, and then we did, Orion Festival, Metallica, and then we did Mayhem Festival, and then, that's helping us gain ground and start doing some headliner stuff. And I think right now, we do the headliner stuff fairly well, but I still think that we still need to sort of break through a little bit more, and that's why I'm kind of glad we're able to do some more support stuff. And I still think, we sort of got to, people are out there still don't know who we are, and we do have a lot of awesome fan base that do know us and are basically very loyal and supportive, which is awesome. And so when we do certain cities where I feel like we've broke a lot of ground and we played a lot, doing the headliner stuff, just seeing people come out and support that is awesome. So it's cool, man. It's like I said, just seeing the growth from where we were back then to now, it's awesome. I can't believe I'm on the 3rd album.
Yeah, well, what do you got to tell the young kids out there nowadays that just getting into it?
To the young kids out there, my best advice to them is to just, like I was saying before, be honest and really love what you do. And really, this takes a lot of dedication, a lot of passion. And if you're not passionate about what you're doing, and if you don't love what you do, you're not going to survive out here, because it gets tough out here. It gets rough. The industry it's scary out there because it's different. It's not how it was years ago. There's so many bands now. There's so much competition. The amount of money that really went into the industry is really not there anymore because of the downloading music and how things have changed. And people do still buy records, which we are thankful for. It's still, it's coming back, I think, a little bit more with the vinyl stuff. And, there's people that are understanding the support that they need for artists. But number one, it's just work hard, man, and be humble. and appreciative of what you have, and don't expect things to come to you. You know, understand that when you get signed, or if you get signed or whatever, you make some sort of break, that it's not always going to be like that, and it's not going to just come to you like that. It takes years of work. And you look at the artists that, you know, sometimes they're like, man, where do these guys come from? They came out of nowhere and they're huge. It's like, they didn't come from nowhere. They definitely worked. It's like you'll hear about them now because they've just had this, so they've either had something that sort of put them out there, or that really helped them explode, but definitely, you know, it's hard work, you know.
Like, you hear people say you're a new band, but you're not a new band.
Right. I mean, to us it's not new, but I mean, to the industry it's still sort of new, because when you look at all the other bands out there with their experience being out there. And like I said, to me, you know, the best advice is to just stick with what you're doing, and love what you do, and stay dedicated, stay humble, work hard, and don't expect anything, man. Really, you just got to keep working for it and keep climbing through. And like I said, if you love it, it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be worth the struggle and the dedication you put into it. So.
Cool. Anything you'd like to add?
Just want to say thanks to all the fans that support us, and have continued to support us. Rise to Power is out now on Metal Blade Records. Please go get it, check it out. We're on tour with Guar right now, and finishing this up next week, and then we go out with Guar again and Born of Osiris. So we'll be on tour from October through November, so all the way till December. So come out to the shows, check us out. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. You know, we're on there. So just check us out. Battlecross. See you guys soon.
All right.